So I felt this was an important video to bring up, as there's been suggestions and comments and just people asking for advice is, should you buy something like a D7100, you know, something newer that just came out, or the D610? Should I go full frame? Should I say DX? I don't know. Well, let me tell you what I just said. Do you want to stay crop sensor? Do you want to go full frame? That is one of the biggest questions that you have to ask yourself. You know, what can you justify? I mean, you have a D600, which is about $2,000, you know, that you can get, or the D7100, which is like $1,200. So can you justify the $800? One huge thing you're going to have to ask is, like, what lenses do you have? You know, are you starting to go full frame? Are you planning on, you know, shooting professionally? That's when you use full frame video, and photography is when you want that shallow depth of field, when you want a bigger body that feels great in the hands, when you want something that just works better. It really does make a difference, especially in low light. You get a lot. Even if you're using flash, the quality is just there. But you can't necessarily just throw away a crop sensor like the D7100. I actually use the D7000. You know, this is the predecessor to that, and it does offer similar qualities. I mean, these both have 24 megapixels. Great, fine, but you do get different things. They both shoot 1080 video. Once again, you know, they are similar cameras, but it is, what do you want? You will get better images in low light compared to the 7100, but just the feel of these alone, I mean, even look, I'll even show you close-ups of these. I mean, they're really similar in size. You might get a little more out of the D610. A lot of people that buy the 7100, they're not necessarily upgrading. You know, this is a prosumer body. This is going to give you more external, like, buttons and options and dials, you know, compared to like a 5300 or 5200, 3200, or the 33 that's coming out. You're going to get more. This is really a good stepping stone if you're going to move maybe professional full frame down the line. That's what I did with my D7000. So this is a great camera to pick up if you're really looking to, you know, spend a little bit of money on the body at first. Once again, this is like $1,200, but you're not looking to go full frame right away. So that's this option. You know, should you shy away from picking up a 610 right away? And I think, you know, if you're just getting into photography, you don't go full frame. Take a step up, learn to shoot with something a little less, then go from there. Because what really is important is the lenses. You want to move towards full frame lenses if you're going to shoot professionally. That's just how it is. Just in regards to how they feel. So once again, it really does come down to what you want to justify. So that's what I say. If you want to, you know, if you want a body that you could hold on to for a couple years and you're not worrying about upgrading, you go the 7100 route. You get, you know, maybe some full frame lenses if you're going to plan to move up later, but, you know, go with something solid. You even grab the kit, that's not bad, but look into like a prime, like a 51.4 or 1.8 lens that you could put on this, because this is crop frame. But one cool thing you get with the 610 is this is full frame, and the problem when you use crop sensor lenses, it gives like this vignetting and it doesn't look good because it's not using the full sensor. You can actually shoot this in DX mode, and so you can use any lenses you have as well. So that kind of justifies price a little bit as well. But just in general, so I'm just going to go in general feel of how these feel. So the D7100, it feels pretty good. As I said, I have bigger hands. Just in regards to the button layout, these are very similar, the 610 and the 7100. They both have the locking dials up top, you know, your shooting modes, your record button on and off, and it has like the slight curve off at the top. But then, you know, in regards to like looking at the back of the D7100 and the D610, once again, a similar layout as well, just in the back. So they are similar looking cameras. But as I said, you do get a little bit more bulk with the D610, and they both have the dual card slots, which you can, you know, shoot both to backup frame, or, you know, photography or your videos or something, and you can go from there. So they are similar, but you get a lot more out of full frame if you want to go that route. You don't do it just to do it. So really, it comes down to you and your cost, and that's why I said at the beginning, you know, they do feel very similar. The 610 feels a lot more, it feels better in my hands. I said, you know, I have bigger hands, bigger guy, and that's really what I will give to this. It is really up to you. For the majority of you watching, you're probably going to go with the 7100. But if you are, you know, if you have the full frame lenses, you're going to want to grab like a D610 or something in that realm. But if you have any questions, give Lee Camera a call. As I said, all the descriptions, all the information is down in the description box below. Give them a call at 856-429-0234 and tell them the guy with the eye sent you. And yeah, we'll go from there. So that's a D610 kind of versus a D7100 hands-on review. As I said, they're very, very similar cameras. You do get a lot more out of a full frame sensor though in regards to depth and video, because that's another reason people pick up this type of thing. And, you know, I know someone who uses this and they use it for weddings and they like it. So that's all I got. None to shy away from, but it's your choice.